Alexander the Great conquered the entire known world and never lost a single battle. But what happens when 47,000 elite soldiers face one machine from the 1990s? Alexander the Great is about to face the largest army he has ever seen. King Darius III has spent months preparing this ground. Alexander has a plan for everything: the chariots, the gaps in the line, the terrain. He is the greatest tactical mind in human history, and he is undefeated. But something is wrong with the air today. It starts as a low pulse, not thunder, but something mechanical, relentless. From the ridge on the Persian flank, a shape appears that the ancient world has no category for. It is the AH-64D Apache longbow, a machine built in the 1990s to hunt Soviet tanks in the valleys of Europe. Today, it has a new target. What happens when the finest army of antiquity meets a beast from the future? To understand this fight, you have to understand the gap. Alexander's army is a masterpiece of bronze and discipline: 47,000 men. The Macedonian phalanx, an impenetrable wall of 16-foot sarissa spears. The companion cavalry, shock troops that can read a battlefield and exploit a gap in seconds. Alexander himself has never lost. He has won against impossible odds at the Granicus and Issus. He is about to change the world. But the Apache doesn't play by the rules of the world. Everything about this machine is designed around one principle: find the enemy before they find you and destroy them from a distance they don't know exists. Its longbow radar, sitting above the rotor, can detect and prioritize 256 targets in under 30 seconds. It doesn't need satellites. It doesn't need a data link. It can map Alexander's entire army while sitting hidden behind a ridge. It carries 8 Hellfire missiles, radar-guided, fire and forget, designed to punch through modern tank armor from 5 miles away. Beneath its nose sits a 30mm chain gun capable of spitting 625 rounds per minute. Against flesh, wood, and horses, this isn't a battle. It's an erasure. The Macedonian phalanx has crushed every enemy before it, but nothing in Alexander's world could have prepared him for what's coming. The AH-64 Apache longbow is here. On the ground, the Cretan archers, men trained to read a battlefield by ear, tilt their heads. They hear a sound, but there is no enemy in sight. Then the first Hellfire leaves the rail. It crosses the distance in 15 seconds. It strikes the leading edge of the companion cavalry, the unit Alexander rides with. The detonation is unlike anything the ancient world has ever seen. It isn't the crash of a boulder or the chaos of a collision. It is the instantaneous disappearance of the army's most elite unit. Alexander, unhurt but covered in dust, finds himself in the middle of a formation that no longer exists. He does not flee, he reforms. But as the Apache draws closer, his men look up and see a demon that hangs in the air in a way that defies the gods. The Apache doesn't stop. The second Hellfire shatters the elite infantry. The third strikes the heart of the phalanx. Each blast teaches the Macedonians the same terrifying lesson: distance does not matter. By the fifth missile, the finest military instrument in history begins to break. The phalanx is designed to push against a force in front of it. It has no doctrine for a threat that kills from the sky. Then the pilot switches to the Hydra rockets. The Hellfires were precision. The rockets are area denial. 38 missiles shriek toward the clusters of soldiers. The ancient instinct to bunch together for safety becomes a death sentence. The plane becomes a killing field. Finally, the 30mm chain gun opens up. It is methodical. It tracks Alexander as he tries to rally his men. The longbow radar is indifferent to his brilliance. To the Apache, the great conqueror is just another heat signature. Alexander is pulled back by his officers. The first time in his life he has ever been forced to retreat. 8 Hellfires, 38 rockets, 1,200 rounds of ammunition. That is what it costs to break the foundation of Western civilization. By mid-morning, the army that was supposed to define the next 3 centuries has ceased to exist as a fighting force. Alexander survives, but the timeline is shattered. Persepolis does not fall. Babylon does not open its gates. The Hellenistic age never begins. The Apache's pylons are empty. Its fuel is low. There is no resupply in 331 BC, where it will sit silent for 2,000 years. Historians will later write about a demon from the sky that broke the man who couldn't be broken. They won't agree on what it looked like. They never do. Are we the masters of our own destiny, or is history just one glitch away from being deleted?